The Beatles' final studio album, Let It Be, was the product of intense tensions that arose during the Get Back sessions. Ringo Starr's temporary departure from the band coincided with the contentious 1968 avant-garde, the White Album, recording sessions. But the project's stated goal was to bring the band back to its origins by resuming live performances, something they hadn't done since 1966 when they retired from touring. But the gloom persisted. Let It Be is a documentary that chronicles George Harrison's departure from each session. In January 1969, after finishing the White Album in October 1968, the Beatles reunited at Twickenham Studios to produce a new album and get ready for a return show. Later, on January 10th, George left, claiming he was uncomfortable with the treatment he was receiving. With the stipulation that they scrap the concert concept and go back to their Apple Studios on Savile Row, George rejoined the band on January 15th. On January 21st, the album's recording sessions resumed back again. The band was jamming at Twickenham when Paul McCartney got the idea for the tune for Get Back earlier that month. While Paul was composing the song, John Lennon mistook it for a jab at far-right politician Enoch Powell's 1968 Rivers of Blood speech, which he claimed was a parody of anti-immigration sentiment. During that time, several news articles discussed how Pakistanis were overcrowding apartments, sometimes with as many as 16 people per room. So, here's the line. Too many Pakistanis living in a council flat is an outtake from a stanza of Get Back that we made up while filming Let It Be. In my view, it was really a statement against the overpopulation of Pakistanis in public spaces. The Beatles were as anti-racist as any group ever was. The documentary followed the song as it naturally evolved throughout the course of its recording sessions, which were all documented on camera. After it came to writing the single, Paul said, "We were sitting in the studio, and we made it up out of thin air. We started to write words there, and then, when we finished it, we recorded it at Apple Studios and made it into a song to roller coast by." John was concerned that Paul was making fun of him and Yoko Ono, even if that was never his intention. In 1980, he disclosed to Playboy. Paul disputed in his biography, co-written with Barry Miles, that the song is about anyone in particular, even though it involves a character named Joe. The man went on to say, "Let me set the record straight. Many people have since claimed to be the JoJo, and they're not.